Hi, welcome to day 22 of Anybody, Jimmy's Letters from 1999, and I'm his son Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I've noticed even in 21 days there's a sort of slight recurring themes, and it's really, one cannot be sure whether it's Dad just spotting those particular things that caught his eye, or whether it's the fact that it's the news editors of the day who just simply like that sort of news. But today the first sigh of relief was that 3 children had gone missing on their way to school and been missing for 3 days, primary school children, and thankfully they turned up alive and well, and someone had been arrested. But it brought out the whole thing about whether schools have to be responsible for checking if the children have actually arrived in school, and then so the debate a little bit was what responsibility is it for schools to ensure that. And I have a feeling that today probably that parent would have got a call today, so just to make sure. But it does bring up the fact that should schools be responsible for everything? Certainly from my day to now, I think I did run a school about 3 years ago, just prior to the pandemic, and it was just quite a revelation. I hadn't done it for 20 years, and there were clearly things I sort of just hadn't realised that time had moved on. Mobile phones being one of them, internet use, people talking to each other via emails rather than actually walking around to a classroom, for example. So that was a bit of a shock, but certainly the whole responsibilities for schools seems to have increased exponentially, if that's the right word. Then what else did Dad? There was some little bit of a racist incident in a school, and the head teacher had used a phrase which had hit nerves, so that was quite a big thing at the time. And racism is always a thing that tends to be in the news today, doesn't it? When this was way back in 1999, and a well-intentioned head teacher, I think, got knuckles rapped for using a poem which seemed inappropriate to others. Then mobile phones again, so that we seem to be emerging with mobile phones. I think a phone rang in a courtroom, and it was one of the jurors who answered the phone, and it was her mother. And obviously the judge was not pleased, but Dad was saying they are seemingly everywhere. And I think now he would be even more shocked, because wherever you go, McDonald's, libraries, whatever, you've got people on their phones, people walking along with their phones, people taking their kids to school. That's the only thing I think, if I'm allowed a personal opinion, is when my heart sighs a little bit. If you see a little kiddie walking alongside its mum, pushing a pushchair maybe, and the kiddie is just looking into space and mum's on the phone. It might be a very important thing to do, but that sort of whole interaction with your child just seems to be pushed down to one side in favour of whatever was important on the phone. So I guess I do have a bit of a view on that myself as well. And lastly, Jimmy was talking about Russia. Apparently they were going to send a big mirror into space so that they could shine more sunlight into Siberia, although I think that might have been a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's not April the 1st yet. But Jimmy was always thinking, well, apparently Russia haven't got any money, so how could they afford it? But I guess the whole thing might have been what we call now fake news. However, not much more on January the 22nd. That was just and we'll see what themes emerge tomorrow and during the year. Probably will vary with the season, I'm imagining. Probably more sports stories and things in the summer, but we'll wait and see. Okay, thanks for watching, whether it's morning, evening or night time, and tune in again, please do stick with it. And there you go, bye.